Hi and welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you're new here, my name is Eunice. Here on my channel, I'm all about relaxation. I love to use yoga, stretching, and breath work to help calibrate my nervous system. It helps me mentally, physically, and definitely spiritually. Today's practice is going to be a support for if you've come from a stressful day, a busy day, or like me today, an overstimulating day. I've been running around, having lots of conversations, and I cherish these moments where I can just come to my safe space, quiet down, move slow, or just sit still and just come back to myself. I really enjoy sharing these practices and helping to create this space where we can come back to our breath, come back to our body, ground, move slow, hold poses, because our lives can move so fast. We're running around, most of us work full-time or even part-time. It doesn't even matter if you don't work at all. We still move in life, we still do, we still have responsibilities. This practice is going to be a tool. So if you're dealing with anxiety, stress, fatigue, and you just need to carve out a short block of time just to find some calm, some ease, and some peace. Today's practice, I'm going to have 2 blocks available for me. So grab any props that you may need. I'm also going to be using a blanket, and this is going to be a nice support for my knees. All right, so let's get into our practice. Let's transition onto hands and knees into tabletop position. You can have a folded up blanket on your mat to soften up the ground and make it more comfortable for the knees. The hands are shoulders distance apart and the knees are hips distance apart. With the wrists right under the shoulders and the knees right under the hips, take a moment to lengthen your spine, engage your abdominal muscles, pull the shoulders back towards the hips. We're going to move through a cat-cow dynamic flow. Push into the ground and inhale. Tilt your tailbone up, send your heart forward. Use your exhalation to round your back, belly button towards the spine, and then send your hips towards your heels. Inhale, round the back, come back up forward, send the heart forward, tailbone up. Exhale to round the back and release the hips towards the heel, pushing into the ground. Use your inhalation to round up. Sink the belly down low, tailbone up, heart forward. Exhale to push the ground away. Push into the hands and push the hips back towards the heels. With your breath cycle, move through a few more of this dynamic cat-cow flow. Now we're just going to hold it here. I'm taking this child's pose with my knees a little bit closer. If your knees are close, you'll definitely feel this more in the lower back. Soften the upper back and let the hips grow heavy and sink down. Take an inhale to come back up onto all fours. Keeping the knees and the hips right where they are, we're going to come into thread the needle. Ground into the left hand and stretch the right arm up overhead. Exhale to thread the right arm under the left. Come to lie down on the right shoulder and the right side of the head. You can keep the left hand in front of the face or stretch the left arm up overhead. Move your hips to the left and slightly tuck your chin down towards your chest to make sure to keep the neck strong. Avoid dumping all the weight into your neck. To release, you'll slide the left hand in front of the face and push into the left hand. Stretch the right arm up straight overhead. And let's move over to the other side. Ground into the right hand. Stretch the left arm up overhead. Open the chest over to the left. Exhale, thread the left arm under the right. Rest down on the left shoulder and on the left side of the head. Make sure to push the hips back to center and stretch the right arm up overhead. Feel a nice stretch in the left shoulder and the back of the heart. Let's inhale and release. Bring the right hand in front of the face, push into the ground, and stretch the left arm up overhead. Step the right foot forward in between the hands for low crescent. You can tuck the left toes under to move the left knee back. Make sure that the right knee is stacked right over the right ankle and that the right knee and the right toes are pointed forward in the same direction. You can use blocks here under the hands to bring the ground higher. It's important to lengthen your spine. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Check in with the hips and make sure they're squared. You're energetically pulling the right hip back and the left hip forward to make sure that the hips are squared. And use your breath to release with every exhalation. Feel that nice stretch in front of the left hip. We're going to release and set your blocks off to the side and heel toe the right foot over to the left, setting up for pigeon pose. The right heel comes in towards the hips. Tuck the left toes under and move the left knee back to stretch the legs out. Make sure the hips are squared. Right hip moves back, left hip moves forward. And if you have a little bit of space between the hips and the ground, you can always put a block under the hips, a bolster, a blanket, or a pillow. Untuck the left toes and push into the fingertips to lengthen your spine. Feel the hips sink down towards the ground. Let's take some deep, mindful breaths here. On your next exhalation, you'll walk the hands forward and fold forward over the right leg. Continue to soften your upper back towards the ground. Check in and make sure you're not holding any tension in the face, the hands, the shoulders. Breathe deeply into your right hip. Use your inhale to push into the hands. Tuck your left toes under. Move your right leg back behind you, coming to lie on your stomach for Sphinx pose. Grab a hold of opposite elbows to make sure that the elbows are shoulders distance apart. And then bring the forearms forward, fingertips face forward. Roll your shoulders back. Pull the elbows back towards the feet. Wiggle out the hips and make sure that you're not clenching and tightening your buttocks. Lengthen your spine, draw your heart forward. Relax the hips, relax your face. Poses where we lie on our stomach are really grounding and calming to the nervous system. And you can stay here or bring the hands out wide to the top corners of the mat. pushing the upper body up into seal pose, getting a deeper back bend. Push into the hands to release. And let's step the left foot forward in between the hands, coming into low crescent. Use blocks here if they're needed. Allow the hips to release and sink down towards the ground. Having the blocks here under the hands helps to bring the upper body upright, lengthening the spine. So as you ground down through the legs, you grow tall through your spine. So relax those shoulders, send the heart forward, sink your hips. Set your blocks off to the side and heel toe the left foot over to the right, setting up for pigeon pose. You can tuck the right toes under to help move the right knee back. This side may feel different for you or the same, and you can use a block or a prop if you used it on the other side. Take a moment to ground down, push into the fingers, lengthen your spine. And when you find your next exhalation, fold forward over the left leg. When you position a prop under your hips, if your hip is floating, it helps to feel like the ground is right there, which allows the body to relax more into the posture. We don't want to tense up against the posture. We want to completely release and let go. Bring the hands under the shoulders and push the upper body up. If you are using a prop, you can set it off to the side. And move to sit onto the left hip and swing the right leg forward. Position the left sole of the foot on the upper right thigh. We're going to come into Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. You can move side to side and move the fleshy part of the upper thighs up from under you to make sure you're sitting up nice and tall in your sits bone. Flex the right toes towards the face. Use your inhalation to lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold forward, sending your heart center towards your toes. You can grab a hold of the shins, the ankle, or the toes. See where you are today. We're working to maintain a long spine as you ground down through your legs, feeling a nice stretch in the back of the right leg and in the lower back. Inhale to release, come upright. And take an inhale to swing the left arm behind you. Place the left hand behind the hips. Push into the legs to come up into a fallen star pose. Stretch the right arm up overhead. And then take another inhale and exhale to release. Let's switch our legs and bring the right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Sit up nice and tall, ground down through the hips and your sits bones, lengthen your spine, and then exhale to fold forward. Observing and noticing any differences on the side. I'm going to inhale to release. Let's move into fallen star. Take the right arm up, swing it back, land the right hand right behind the hips. Push into the hand and the legs. Draw the left arm up overhead and stretch into the front side of the body. Take another inhale here. Exhale, release the hips back down to the ground. Stretch both legs out in front of you. We're going to come to a seated forward fold. This is also a great place to use a block under the hips or a folded up blanket. This is going to bring the hips up higher to help tilt the tailbone back so that you can fold forward a little bit easier. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. Exhale to fold forward as much as you can. It's not important how far forward you come. What's important is that you feel a stretch in the back of the legs and that you maintain a straight spine. Instead of thinking of bringing your forehead to your toes, reach your heart center towards your toes. And now we're going to let go and release into our forward fold to let the upper body and the head hang, taking a more restorative approach to our forward fold. Feel the stretch in the back and the back of the legs. Inhale, slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. If you were using a prop, you can set it off to the side and let's come to lie flat on the back. We're going to take banana pose. Take both of your feet and send both of your feet to the bottom left corner of your mat, keeping your hips at the center of the mat. And then use your arms and your elbows to help you walk the upper body over to the left top corner of the mat. Bring your arms up overhead. Feel the stretch in the side body. And to move in deeper, take the right ankle and cross it right over the left. Both of your shoulders should be grounded and the hips should be grounded also. Release the body back to center. Let's move over to the opposite side. Both of the heels move to the top right corner of the mat and move your upper body to the right corner of the mat. Making sure that the hips and the shoulders are grounded and plugged into the ground. Cross the left ankle over the right to get a deeper stretch into the right side body. Take deep breaths. Feel the body expand and stretch the muscles, the connective tissue. And as you exhale, sinking deeper into the ground and into the posture. Release and come back to center. Let's move into our final pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out, coming into reclined butterfly. You can take it like this without any props. But if you would like some more support, you can use blocks under the knees, or you can take your blanket, roll it up into a noodle, and then we're going to take the blanket and place it right over the feet, and then wrap the ends under the calves and the upper thighs. This helps to keep the feet close to the body, and it helps to support the legs. Place one hand on the lower belly and one hand at your heart center. Feel the ground under you. Feel the points of the body that are making contact with the ground. Allow your body to release into the ground and into your support. Become aware of your breath and start to follow your breath cycle. As you inhale, feel the breath enter your nose, into your chest, your belly, into your lower belly. And as you exhale, feel the abdomen deflate from the lower belly, up into the chest. Follow your inhale as it enters the chest, belly, lower belly, and release the lower belly, and the chest. Keep following your breath cycle. Release any controlled breathing and allow yourself to just breathe normally. We're going to end practice here. And feel free to lie here for as long as you wish. To end practice, I'm going to share a piece from Ushiba Morihei's The Art of Peace. The art of peace is medicine for a sick world. There is evil and disorder in the world because people have forgotten that all things emanate from one source. Return to that source and leave behind all self-centered thoughts, petty desires, and anger. Those who are possessed by nothing possess everything. Thank you for practicing with me. Peace and ease to you.